Welcome back. Today we're going to take a look at how to cut and program our tool pass for our 4-jam part. Okay, remember this is the part that we're looking at. It has these 4 islands that are up on there that we had a fixed circular rotation on. Okay, that was kind of fun. Later on we're going to show you how to do a detail view when we make the standard IDW drawing. Okay, to start with, you should either still have your 4-jam part up or you need to go to your ribbon bar. Go down to your H drive, first initial last name 000, and then in your H drive you should find your 4-jam part and select open. Now that we have our part up, we're going to move over to our cam tab. It's along the top up above our ribbon bar, and we have to set up our part to get machined first. Okay, once again, just to review, we're going to take and we're going to work these tabs across from left to right, and each tab we're going to take a look at from top to bottom. In here we've been moving back and forth between model origin and stock box point. Here we're going to leave us at stock box point, so we want to be at stock box point, and we're going to click the lower left hand point of our part that shows up. Okay. Next, we're going to move over to our stock setup, and where it says additional stock, we're going to choose no additional stock. Okay, and that's going to bring us, if I take a look at the front view, that's going to bring us right to the sides and front and back of our part. Okay, next, let's go across to our program tab. We're going to highlight the 1001, and we're going to enter in Okay, so I have my part name, 4-jam, and my last name. You're going to enter in your last name here. When you're finished with that, click OK. Then we're going to come across and we're going to take care of drilling these holes first. And we're going to do all 8 holes at the same time since they're all the same size. So we're going to click our drill feature from the toolbar that's at the top. And of course, we want to select our tool first. So we're going to click on our tool button, and we're going to scroll down, and you're going to find sample libraries and mills. You can choose tool number 2, the 1/4 inch flat, or we're going to scroll all the way down, Butler Middle School tool libraries, and I'm still going to take 1/4 inch flat and mill, and click select. Moving across to our second tab, we're going to be selecting our geometry. So I want to take and click each one of the holes. The order that you're clicking these in doesn't matter, because over on the side here we have optimize order. So the computer is going to specify the order that it's going to get cut in, the fastest that it can cut it. Moving on to our heights tab. This is always, we're going to select model top and 0.2 for each one of these top 3 areas. So clearance height, model top 0.2, retract height, model top 0.2, and our feed height, we're going to model top and 0.2. These top 3 need to be model top and 0.2. Once you have that done, let's move across to our our last tab, which is our cycle, and here it's showing that we're doing a drilling operation, and once it reaches the final depth, it's going to rapid retract out. So that's good. Click OK. And it's going to process those, and our tool paths are created. Next, let's take care of cutting this top area around our islands. So that's going to be a 2D pocket. We're going to come up to the 2D area milling in our ribbon bar, click 2D pocket. We're going to select our tool. Now I know at the top it says 1/4 inch flat, and it does say tool number 2. But do you see here how in the feeds and speeds we're missing quite a few of these? So we're just going to redefine that tool. Click on your tool button, and we're going to go either once again to sample libraries or all the way down to the bottom, Butler Middle School tool libraries. You're going to click tool number 2, 1/4 inch flat, and click select. Next, we're going to go across to our second tab, which is our pocket selection. So I'm going to take and I'm going to click on the top surface of my circle area. Next, I'm going to establish my heights. I'm going to go change my clearance height, retract height, and feed height. These all go to model top and point 2, model top point 2, and model top and point 2. Once you have that done for the top 3, we're going to move across to our 4th tab, and here we're going to scroll all the way down to where it says stock to leave. We're going to uncheck the box that says stock to leave because we want to be cut up right close to those islands that are here. And I'm moving on to my final tab, which is my linking tab. I'm going to turn off or uncheck lead in, uncheck turn off lead out, and I'm going to change my ramp type from helix to plunge. Everything else in that menu looks good. Then select OK. Okay, once it finishes processing those tool paths, let's go across and enter into something new for us, which is called a 2D contour. So still in the 2D area, I'm going to go 2D contour. And once again, I'm going to identify my tool. You're going to come down to Sample Tool Libraries and Mills and select tool number 2, 1/4 inch flat, or Butler Middle School, number 2, 1/4 inch flat and mill. Click select. Next, I'm going to come across and go to my geometry tab. Now here's a little tricky. You want to make sure that you're clicking the back side of this circle. Okay? You want to try and click this edge, but you want this back side. When it highlights red, click to select it. Otherwise, that tool is not going to go all the way down to the final depth. Then we're going to establish our heights. As always, we're getting pretty used to this. Model top and point 2. That should go a little quicker for you now. Model top and point 2. And going across to our passes tab, which is the next tab over. Everything in here looks good. We don't have to change anything on that one. And in our last tab, our linking tab, we're going to deselect or uncheck lead in, deselect or uncheck lead out, and then click OK. Once it generates those tool paths, now we're going to simulate it and take a look at it, see what it looks like. I'm going to turn my stock on. So click Simulate tab up in the top left-hand corner. Turn the stock on by checking this box here. And when I'm going to click play, it's going to play through. It's going to drill all those holes first. Then it's going to cut out and machine the area in the middle. And then finally it's going to come wrap around and it's going to contour cut the outside. Okay? You can see that it still leaves these little corners here because our stock started out as a square to begin with. And that tool is not cutting that out. We're just leaving those there to get. This is where I would like you to take and make a screenshot. Take a screenshot with your iPad or with your computer. Take a screenshot of this. There's going to be an area in Google Classroom for you to take and turn that screenshot in of 4Jam part. Okay. Once your screenshot has been taken, click Close on the Simulation tab. Then we're going to go up to File in the top, the orange file in the top left-hand corner, and we're going to go down to Save As. This we're going to bring into our H drive. 4Jam, click Save. Okay, we already have this saved in here, so yes, you can click OK. You could also go up to Orange File, go down to Save. Since it's already in there, it's going to update those changes that we made with the tool paths. Okay. Next is going to be a drawing, the standard IDW. That's going to be the next thing that we need to do to complete. Great job on running your tool paths. Everything looks good. Make sure you turn that screenshot into Google Classroom.